Okay, next when we click on the login button on the landing screen, the assigned value in the user ID and password variables is removed and the username and the password we provided in the red screen should be assigned in these variables. As before, let's click on UI controls and drag an on-event code block here. Click on this arrow and select login. It is given as click here. Now I click on variables and drag 2x equal code blocks into the on-event code block to assign the text in the text input to the variable. In the first code block, the name of the variable is given as the user ID. A getText code block in the UI controls is dragged to the right side of the equal sign. Here, it needs to be given the name of the text input given the user ID on the red screen. I click on this arrow and select UID. In the next code block, the variable is changed to PWD. As before, let's drag a getText code block under UI controls to the right side of the equal sign and select PWD from here. Next, we need to check whether the user ID and password match the unique ID and password of any record in the voters table. For that, a read record code block under data is dragged like this. Let's give the name of this table here as voters. Here, every record in the table needs to be checked. For that, we can use the for loop in this code block. We can check the records in the table by using a variable called I, which starts from 0 and increases one by one. So let's keep the for loop like this and remove the console.log code block from here. I drag this code block to the clear section. Now, we need to check whether the user ID is equal to the ID of the record I and whether the password is equal to the password of the record I. Let's drag an if code block under control into this for loop. A code block with the and sign under math is dragged here for the condition. Let's drag two code blocks with two equal signs under math to the right and left of the and sign. Here, it is given as user ID. It needs to be given as record box bracket I dot unique ID to the left side of the equal sign. But for that, since there is no code block, we have to type and prepare this part. For that, I click on show text in the 18th line to the left of the equal sign in front of the user ID and type records box bracket I dot unique ID. Now click on show blocks again. In the same way, I type PWD here and click on show text again. Now to the left side of the equal sign, it is given as record box bracket dot password. Now again, let's click on show blocks. If this condition is true, the voting screen should be displayed. I click on UI controls and drag a set screen code block here. From here, let's select the screen we want. I choose voting. Right. We have now finished creating one part of the game. Let's run it and see. I click the run button. First, the landing screen is displayed. Now I click on the red page here. Now the red page screen is displayed. Here, let's give the user ID as Raj123 and the password as 123 and click the register button. Now the landing screen is displayed again. Here too, let's provide the user ID and password given during the registration. I gave the user ID as Raj123 and the password as 123. Now click the login button again. This is how the voting screen was displayed. Now let's go to the data section and open the voters table here. Yes, the table we provided has been added to the columns of this table. Now click the reset button again and create the rest of the code.